Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone Podcast, where we discuss all things crypto market. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to be discussing NVIDIA's earnings beat, crypto's continued pump, Mr. Beast employee in hot water for insider trading, as well as breaking news this morning, the ZachXBT investigation. All is clear now. It was Axiom, and it was their business developer employee, Brooks. Thank you all for listening today. If you're listening over on X on Spaces, give us a like, comment, bookmark, retweet, push us out there in the algorithm. If you're listening over on YouTube, drop a comment. Let us know if you traded the prediction market on Polymarket for this ZachXBT investigation. Tons of volume there. If you're listening over on Zora, where we stream each and every day, drop some comments. We'll be checking in on those as well. I'm joined today by Easy. Were you surprised by this at all, Easy?
Yeah, because he works for Paradigm, and Paradigm's one of the largest investors in Axiom. But it looks like he was hired by a third party.
I would say even Paradigm, like being an investor of Axiom, feels like you could do an internal audit there. If you're looking at Axiom and you're concerned or you're hearing whispers,
right?
Like, and this one's not one that really hurts Axiom, in my opinion. Like, obviously, yes, they shouldn't have like that level of data access to maybe a BD employee. Maybe he shouldn't be able to look up all these things in the database, but it seems like it's pretty like squarely on this guy's shoulders. And the Axiom team can be like, hey, we didn't know he was doing this. He hit it well enough from us. Yes, we screwed up in providing that level of access, but I think they come out of this like not really hurt at all.
I think they're going to be.
No one's going to stop using. I don't think anyone's going to stop using Axiom because of this, right? If anything,
no.
I think you go to Axiom because they're going to be like cracking down on this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen.
Prediction markets. This one had been very interesting. Started off with kind of it's not shown on this chart, but Meteora being
Meteora was a heavy favorite. I live tweeted basically the whole thing. But dude, the more I talked about like give me one sec, god damn it. The more I talked about the situation with Meteora, I was like, this just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense at all.
That's my mic.
Give me half a second, I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Hold on, I'm gonna fix my mic as well.
Yeah, your mic's jacked. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Sorry.
Yeah. All right, let me know the audio is better now on the YouTube side. I'm going to go through my play on this, and I basically walked everyone through this the last couple of days on Polymarket, and this is taking advantage of the essential net zero sum like market. So what I did with this was bought the no on MEXC pretty early at 69 cents. And then I converted it, 510 shares, converted it to yeses on everything else. And then I started selling off the companies that I didn't think were going to be accused. Some of the bigger ones after ZachXBT said it would be underwhelming. So like the Coinbase, Robinhood, World Liberty Financial, Binance. Other was interesting. I sold off Other pretty well at 22 cents when that pumped. And then 1 hour ago, I was looking at it this morning and I was like, I'm just going to trim the positions that are high and take a flyer. So I sold Axiom this morning an hour ago at 27 cents. So lost out on some profit there. Still up overall, like 50, 60 bucks on an initial 300. But I was basically getting greedy and saying, I'm going to sell Axiom. I'm going to sell Pump Fund this morning, the two favorites, and just hold a basket of like long shots already being up money. So like I was holding like Bybit, Upbit, Athena, Tether, MEXC, Gemini, Helios, like all these different positions here, risk-free for like a $500 flyer. So made a little bit, got my feet wet with this this strategy. I thought it was pretty fun to track and like trade the net market using the no and
convert. Did you make money?
Yeah, I made like 50 bucks, but I was just saying I sold Axiom this morning at like 30 cents.
Oh, dude, that sucks.
Like an hour ago, I sold Axiom at 30 cents. So that was what pushed me into profit. And I'm just holding like a basket of like all the long shots in the profit, just hoping for like a big payout.
Did you see? Oh my God, who's the guy? Who's the guy who made Treeverse?
Lufi?
Yeah, Loopify. Posted a quote tweet of it looks like the dude who, or is it a reply maybe? No, I found it. Okay. MLMABC. Go to @MLMABC on X,
The Hyperliquid guy.
I guess. I've never heard of this guy before.
He's a good follow. He does a lot of Hyperliquid like scraping data looking for whales.
Well, he found out that the guy who got caught for insider trading also insider traded the ZachXBT investigation.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, awesome. All right, so here it is, MLM. The insider trader traded on the investigation into his own insider trading and made over $500,000. Oh, that's too good. That's too good.
I mean, I wish there was like more details there.
Well, he's been covering. I think he had a couple posts where he was covering some Axiom information earlier. Maybe it's in his Telegram. I'm in his Telegram as well. This guy's a good follow for like on-chain Hyperliquid data. So you find a lot of that stuff. Interesting. That's really funny that they insider traded the wallet. So I'm trying to look at these wallets and see what's going on here. Will Axiom be accused of insider trading? 634,000 shares of yes. I mean, with this market, you gotta have to assume that like it was going to be insider traded. But like my thought process was like, how many of these companies have done shady things or like have employees who have done shady things? They're like, could be me. Might as well start loading up on some yes here for a flyer insurance policy. But yeah, this guy's gonna need it. I went to his X profile. It looks like he deleted. Oh no, did I get rid of it? I might have gotten rid of it. Hopefully it's still there. Okay. I think he deleted all of his tweets, but he just had this is Brooks, but he just has like replies where he just comes off as just like, I don't know, like just not a good dude. Like just like every post, like some aren't even like related to him, and he's just like firing at them, like yelling at them essentially. Like brain dead.
Sad, to be honest.
Fight the hand that feeds them. We can make any other group of chuds that are willing to respect us and our eco just as rich. Like this guy was
crazy.
Yeah. We don't need you in your shithole of a project of a phone. Like these guys, he was just like, if there was somebody like looking at these replies from a company that I was anticipating this to be, it would have been somebody like this. So, yeah, pretty well.
Honestly,
but also,
no, I normally don't expect somebody that vocal to be the one to be doing this shit.
I don't know. I feel like they feel like those kind of people feel like they're untouchable. Milady.
Oh, the funny thing is though, do you know like some of these quote KOLs like Marcel is in there, which is wicked funny to me because like as someone who aggressively trades memes to this day, Marcel's like one of the most tracked wallets. There's people who sell whenever he buys if he sells, buys when he gets out of a coin, buys when he gets into a coin, the whole nine. Like he's a very tracked wallet. In that thing, ZachXBT is like known KOL of Marcel, who's known for pump and dumping. It's like so funny.
Yeah. Like this would be like the bigger story was like the Marcel wallet, you know? Like
not really. Because like, dude, everybody multi-wallets on these platforms. They give you the tools to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, like Marcel here, pump and dumping, like buying on side wallets, private wallets. Like feels like as big of a story as like the BD for Axiom leaking wallets, which essentially is what it comes down to. Like the whole investigation is the BD of Axiom leaked wallets. Underwhelming.
Right? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pissed off.
Yeah,
I'm pissed off, man.
I wanted something bigger, but I guess this kind of is good for like a potential. I mean, not black swan, but like if it was like something like more like entrenched, ingrained, like a Coinbase or a Robinhood scandal, like it could have been bad for crypto. This is just like
I agree.
Dust in the wind.
I agree.
Yeah, so
I completely agree. Honestly, it made me a little disappointed.
Honestly, on a scale of 1 to 10, when I saw this story, I'd say I'm like a 1.
It's a 4.
A 4?
No.
I don't.
This is a 4.
the way this got hyped up, like looking at it in a black box, maybe a 4.
So you're saying, right, on a scale of 1 to 10, you're giving this a 1?
I'm giving this a 1.
A 1 would be like him coming out and saying, yeah, so Meteor insider traded. We already knew that.
Honestly,
that's a 1.
Honestly, it could have been better if it like implicated anybody higher up the food chain. This is like
it would not have, though. The CEO was the implication. Who's higher? You would have to go Jupiter to me out.
Wait, what are you saying? What implication?
Oh, I'm saying no. If Meteora's case, that would have been a 1 for me.
No, because I think it could have been higher up the food chain than like the Axiom.
The CEO of Meteora having to leave?
No, I'm saying Brooks is low down the food.
This is Axiom. So this is why I gave this a 4. Because a big name, low-level employee.
Yeah, I guess they could have done Meteora and a low-level employee. That would have been worse. But
that's I'm saying. I'm just shocked to give it a 1 because Axiom's at least a big name. And the more surprising thing for me is that Zach works for Paradigm. He's an advisor. Paradigm's Axiom's largest seed round investor.
Yeah.
But the thing I think so many people are overlooking with this is the very last line from Zach. The very last tweet. I was retained independently to investigate alleged misconduct at Axiom, and these findings are the result of the investigation. I want to know who retained him. That's way more interesting to me.
Probably just somebody that Brooks burned.
Maybe, but what if it was? What if it was enemies? What if it was Pump Fun? What if it was Padre? What if it was? Huh?
What if it's like a Bullx, a competing bot?
What if it was Brooks? What if he wanted to investigate himself so that he could make the trade on Polymarket? Inception.
just insiderception, just the whole thing. Just appears
he just wants to prove that he can continue to do it.
Apparently he's in New York. He's like US based, so this is gonna be interesting for him. I love to see what happens here with that.
Yeah.
Get this trash out of here for sure. But now, like, yeah, I mean, the reason I'm rating this a 1 is just because of how hyped it was. This is an $11 million impression teaser post.
Yeah.
You can't drop an 11 million teaser post and be like, yeah, the VD of Axiom was sharing wallets. Come on.
Yeah. So this actually opens up an interesting Polymarket. How many views will the Polymarket thread get?
Not many. I think it's gonna be under. I would just go unders. But then again, like you can bot that. So like
that was what I said. Oh, they might have gotten rid of that market. It looks like they did. It looks like they removed it.
What day? What hour? What crypto company? Well, they can't get rid of it if it's existed, right? Because people have.
I think they can pull up the site. Yeah, I don't see it anymore.
There's no way it's resolved, right? Yeah, I don't see it either. What day was today? What hour? 8 to 9 a.m. Oh, what hour was interesting.
So he almost always posts 8 to 9 a.m.
So that was pretty free.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty free there, 25%. So a nice 4x if you took that. I wish I saw that and knew that.
Somebody actually posted that most of his investigation threads come out between 8 and 10 a.m.
So you got a 50-50 shot if you went 8 to 10. Looks like that was actually even better.
This market was way more liquid though, only 171K.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing I want to touch on. Like that ZachXBT market for who they exposed. Look at the volume on this, man.
38 mil.
Yeah, 38 mil. 38
mil.
It's funny that like the guy insider trading has like a non-negligible percentage of that. 600K of the volume.
That's wild.
Absolutely wild. Enjoy trading a neg-risk market, winner take all. Enjoyed converting and selling some of the things that were pumping over time. Disappointed with the findings of the investigation. ZachXBT just farmed us all on X, essentially, is what happened here.
Who said that?
Me, just now.
Oh. Do you see this? This was my favorite thing. How come my screen's not sharing?
I don't know. User error?
What
Why don't you stop share and reshare?
Still.
There you go.
This dude, Devin Insider, helping bring everyone to Axiom. He tweeted, Where is this? Where is it? This is my favorite. Free inside info for the timeline. Axiom is not the company being referenced in ZachXBT's investigation. Axiom no shares on Polymarket are free money.
The Mike dude is getting in there is great.
Axiom no shares are even more free here. Don't fall for the psyop. You're letting yourself get psyoped. Axiom no shares are free. And then he fully crashes out. See y'all in another life. I literally put my rep on the line. I could have never known this was the Axiom. I'm sorry. Put my rep on the line. I could have never known. I'm sorry. Yeah, so man's is hurting.
That's kind of part of it. Like why it's like not that like interesting. It's like the Axiom people probably don't even know. Like it's just like these guys are like, yeah, it wasn't us. And then they figured out it was, and like they changed their policy and we move on. Like maybe I'm just jaded. I mean, I tweeted about this. Like, I just assume that there's people in all these bots that are trading bots that are sharing wallets. Like, if this was like, hey, they were like looking at orders and front running trades for profit. Like, that's what I was thinking it was going to be if it was a trading bot, like front running the order book. Like that would have been
like, oh, these investors are like just seeing stop losses and limits and seeing side wallet buys, like a bunch of that shit. It just wasn't that.
Yeah. So. Man, Zach. I love you, but I think this one missed. There's some other news to talk about. Easy. I'm gonna send the weather report over in the private chat here. A little weather report action, and then we can maybe just keep yapping about this through the rest of the show.
Yeah, that works. I mean, truthfully, it's like it feels weird to be like, it's not that crazy. He did say he was worried it was going to be underwhelming.
It was underwhelming.
Yeah. All right, let's dive into it today. Thursday, February 26th. Looking over at the crypto roundup, the majors continued their rally with Bitcoin just under 68K, Ethereum back over 2,000, Solana at 87, and Hyperliquid just under $29. Over the past 24 hours, NVDA beat earnings yesterday evening, posting record Q4 revenue over $68 bajillion. NVIDIA gained 1.4% after market, and equity indexes are green Irish Spring across the board in pre-market trading. Next up, Bitcoin ETFs broke their outflow streak with over 500 million of daily net inflows. Over 500 million in shorts were liquidated yesterday. I'm wearing shorts right now because it's finally back above 60 degrees. Bitcoin pumped as high as 70,000 before pulling back. And finally, a Beast Industries employees in hot water. Pour one out for him. After being accused of insider trading on the Kalshi prediction market, the platform, Mr. Beast editor, entered a $4,000 trade regarding what would occur on the Mr. Beast show. Back to you in the studio.
Excellent weather report.
Wait, real quick, did you see the other person who got charged for insider trading was like a political official? Themselves to win.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah, I gotta find it. It was wicked funny.
Langford?
Yeah.
I think they're both the other kid, Langford, said to bet $200 on his own candidacy for California governor and posted about it on social media.
Wicked funny.
5-year ban and a penalty of 10 times the trade amount. Langford now
funny.
Respond to a comment.
Got charged $2,000 and 5-year ban for hammering himself to win, and I think he lost.
It's really funny. Yeah, that's why you never bet on yourself. Always bet on other people. This story from Mr. Beast is interesting. This is like a minnow too. Like this, I opened this article expecting to see some crazy thing. It's like $4,000 in trades. Like what? What happened here?
I'm like, yeah, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, editor Artem Captor. Just $4,000 in trades regarding what would occur on the show. So, pretty much no story. Slap on the wrist for people who probably are just minnows compared to what is actually happening out there on prediction.
Well, Kalshi's way easier to, in my opinion, find those individuals because it's all KYC'd.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Absolutely. So if you're looking to insider trade, make sure you're using the #1 trading platform, Polymarket, to cover your tracks. Aliens existing is up to 17% on Polymarket. That's interesting.
Yeah, because they're declassifying a bunch of files. So people are leaning that they probably end up airing something out there.
What's an alien? Like, what's the resolution on this? I'm really interested.
It's an illegal immigrant.
If extraterrestrial life or technology exists. So if they figure out we're living in a simulation, is that extraterrestrial technology?
Maybe.
How's that work?
You're asking like really good questions there, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. If we're living in a simulation, then it doesn't really matter what side you take because you're programmed to take that side. So that away. Or should I say predict away? Any other interesting markets you're looking at right now on Polymarket?
Elon Musk tweets, of course.
What are we on? What are we on today?
So it ends tomorrow.
Okay. 27th.
He went on like a tweet rampage yesterday, which was so much fun to watch.
Dude, I love it.
Yeah,
love
it's close.
Look, so like
it's
it was like these things flipped. These things got nuts. Let's go.
Yeah, because he started tweeting like wicked aggressively. I know that some of the audience hates when I talk about this, but I enjoy it. So the dashboard's projecting it at 317. So that lower bound. But what's interesting about these and the way that I like to trade them is I actually like trading the slightly higher bound, so that 320 to 339. And as he starts tweeting again, that moves. So like you're seeing that 320, 339 start to decline and that 300 to 319 move up here because he hasn't tweeted in 5.5 hours.
It's almost like you take the lower bound after, or the higher bound after
when he's not tweeting for more than 2 hours, you take the higher one. When he starts tweeting again, you take the lower one.
Yeah. And you can sell it all.
That's like my favorite way to trade him. But yesterday he had 60 tweets, which was his most in the last 6 days. So like he really ramped yesterday. Yesterday's was like pretty definitive very early. You could have gotten in at like 65 cents in the morning, and he stayed within the range.
He woke up and he went ham on X. 14 tweets, 2 tweets, and another 10 and 3.
But the 10 and 3 were after the cutoff. That 12 p.m. is the cutoff.
Yeah.
So you got 16 more, which luckily that range, because it was only a 2-day market, the range is like 29 tweets. So it stays pretty flat.
Interesting.
I just think the markets are fun. People don't. I don't care. Sorry.
That's fun.
Like they've just become fun for me to just track and like trade on. If I am looking at some other stuff though, like you want some like actual markets here. There is. What'd you say?
I think that's an actual market, but I'll take other ones too.
Yeah, we have Hillary Clinton. What will she say during the Epstein testimony? Which is today. There's like, in my opinion, some just free money bonds on here. Like Monica Lewinsky's on here at 96 cents.
She's not saying Monica Lewinsky.
Fuck no. I don't think she says Prince.
Huh? Is there anybody named Monica that would be involved?
No. I don't think Prince gets said, which is about Prince Harry or Prince Andrew. I think that remains no.
6 cents though.
But the big reason a lot of these are no is that this most likely will not be televised. So you have no qualifying event.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be closed door format.
Market, where's the resolution source? Video of the events, only remarks which are broadcasted or streamed live will count toward the market's resolution.
Yep.
If this is canceled or not aired by March 5th, no qualifying event. Okay, so like,
yeah, so I think you just take no qualifying event on hers and no qualifying event on Bill Clinton's tomorrow.
Well, let's look at this. So March 5th, when is this thing?
So this is the other thing. You're saying video content, right?
This is when does this thing happen? Is it today?
Today.
Okay. So I've got a little strategy here. You play the no qualifying events. Transcript comes out, and some of these words are
transcript won't count.
right, but it could pump the market. So it's like
It could move some words.
Yeah. So I would keep an eye on this. So like transcript comes out and it's like, oh shoot, she said president 5+ times. This market for president 5+ times is probably going to run in hopes that it does get pushed, like just after the fact, maybe. Does that make sense?
Yep.
There is still you have until March 5th for this thing to come out. I don't know how often. Like I would need to do a little ChatGPT research. How often like a delayed, like live event or delayed like testimony would be released, and like how like what that time frame looks like. But I think there might be an opportunity here for some of those weird, like middle opportunities on some of these, like taking the no on what was actually said, even though it's not televised. That one's interesting. Anything else?
That's largely it.
Okay.
I'm not like too heavy right now because there's like a lot of stuff that I'm just like not well versed in that I'm still trying to figure out.
We had another run from crypto over the last 24 hours. Pulled back a little bit. We got all the way to 70K. I just always get so gun shy because I don't think the pain is over. I don't want to be like that bear who's just like constantly being like, oh no, more pain. But like it just feels like these 70K, the 70K level is like a free short every time we tap up against it at this point from now to the foreseeable future. Maybe this was front running the NVIDIA earnings. Maybe the Jane Street stuff like is putting them in a little hot water, and they're pulling back on like market manipulation, which could affect price. They're not like shorting into low liquidity, which is what I'm seeing is happening, or like they're being accused of on the timeline. But like the 70K mark just seems like every time it's tried to tap across it this month, it's just been free money on a few days short. And I just don't want to go net short on the market. Like I prefer to just sit on my tokens and wait it out. I'm DCAing every day spot, but I just don't feel that like we're in that like bullish market yet, bottoms in, etc. Though we are seeing like a good amount of bottom signals. One of which, did you see the ETHZilla pivot? So they were an Ethereum Treasury company, and they ended up like selling some ETH and buying like jet engines. And news came out that some of the biggest investors like were pulling out, and now they're pivoting from the Ethereum DAT to FRM ticker, formerly shifting from an ETH on balance sheet tokenized real world to tokenized real world assets. So they are moving away from Ethereum and into like RWAs. And it looks like they actually their stock went up, which is like kind of funny and tells you like what you need to know about ETH. What's their current ticker? Because I want to look at this price action over on just ETHZ. I mean, this thing, look at this chart. Like this, tell me this doesn't look like the weirdest scam chart you've ever seen on a monthly.
That's the craziest chart I've ever seen.
All right, so looking at this chart for the last couple months, this wick on the weekly last October of 2024, a wick that went as high as 177, as low as $13. And then the same thing August of last year on a weekly trading basis, a low of 29, a high of 174. And then this thing's been down only since, now pivoting to a ETH strategy, to a real world asset strategy from ETH strategy. They did gain 13% yesterday. They're up to $3. Not touching this with a 10-foot pole. It seems like a weird, just a weird company. Look at these gaps.
Yeah, I don't really get the pivot.
So odd. I feel like this would be one that I like. It would surprise me if this wasn't investigated at some point for like whatever happened here on these two huge spikes.
I don't know, dude. These treasury companies just feel like they feel dirty.
Sol's looking strong. Can you do a little TA for me on this Solana?
Sol looks real strong. Yeah, I haven't actually been doing much TA, but we're bringing back some streams next week, and I'm excited to get back into it. Even on equities too, like just whole market TA.
Yeah.
So if we're looking at stuff here, let's take a damn. I still have these lines drawn. Wow, it's been that long.
I'm gonna pull yours up. I'll drop mine.
Yeah, look at this.
And missing some easy.
I still have these hyperliquid lines. Look at this rejection. Hard rejection. Only wicks.
Yeah.
We had these lines, man, and then it bounced right here.
It's good
Like,
lines.
Yeah, like great lines. So hype actually looks good. High or low. That's what you want. High or low. So that's nice to see a higher low here. My only concern is that then technically you probably have like this wick off, which it's still holding above. Yeah. Hyperliquid looks really fucking good here. If we look at Sol, oh, did I not have lines on Sol? What do I have lines on? I guess I only T8 hype. That's funny. I don't know why I was so interested in hype. Oh, there we go. Yes, I thought I had lines. Yeah, so we bounced at the bottom range I thought we'd have. My bigger concern, though, is this is a new low. Obviously, besides the wick. But body candle-wise, it's a new low.
Maybe we test that wick.
And lower high.
Yeah.
So you got rejections and bounces right in those ranges, which is crazy. So you want to see us get a...
What do you think?
What'd you say?
Up or down on Sol?
Right now, I think up. You're holding over this long entry I had. So we probably get up to like 93.8, which would be great. You got a nice consolidation flag here on the 12-hour. If we look at the 4-hour, nice little bull flag forming. So it'd be great to see a bounce here. Some really good strength after the failed breakdown. Really good strength. Yeah, look at that rejection. Dude, these lines are spot on, man. Rejection, bounce, rejection, failed breakdown, breakout. Good lines.
Good lines. Can you bring up Circle? You probably don't have lines on this, but it's one I do want to like look at. They had a big day yesterday, and I want to see if like,
wow.
Yeah.
I would be cautious though because you do have a gap.
A pretty big gap.
Yeah. I don't like gaps. Gaps on charts are scary.
I was saying like maybe his Circle is short here. Kicks is like, I don't think he's short this kind of chart. He was right.
No, this looks like it's probably going to bounce back up to like 108. This looks pretty good for a move back up here. I would probably get Circle calls for next quarter, 3 months out for a move to 108.
Like that? Yeah,
that would be the play.
If crypto recovers, like Circle's going to.
Well, you also have a gap right here. So even if you don't hold them to expiration, you at least have this gap right here, 96 to 98.
So buy Circle calls, maybe sell them in the money at 96 to 98.
Yeah, is what I would trade. They have to be long dated though. Like they'll be a little bit expensive, but I would like a long dated call option on this. How's my boy doing? They took my boy out to the pasture and killed him, man.
I haven't kicked off my DCA yet. I need to.
I would be buying here. Yeah. Support line is like 66.
And this is
this is also previous consolidation right here, which is where we just gapped over. I would be buying here. Because you actually have like fairly decent move. Oops. Yeah, I'm a buyer here. But that's the difference. I'm always a buyer.
So are you just buying spot or buying call options?
I would just buy spot on Robinhood just because I like it. Yeah, I mean, you're holding a trend line here, like a really good trend line. Look at that trend. Tap, 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 failed breakdown. And like that failed breakdown is what sent it back up to all-time highs. You're still holding this trend line after like a massive, massive move up. Yeah, you got a 442% move from where we entered, which is like fucking nuts.
Robinhood setting a gold bar. I won one of the 12 days of crypto Christmas.
You did? That's sick.
They're sending me a 1 gram gold bar.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you had a 38% drawdown, which even here is like it's been pretty aggressive. So yeah, we're like well under that. Yeah, I like Robinhood here. I like the buy on this.
Okay, I'm gonna turn my DCAs on. I'm like currently logging in. You got like the 2FA on Robinhood. Trying to get on the desktop, figure all that out. But I keep saying I want to kick them off, and then I always forget. So I want to make sure like I'm like properly ready to do this. I've been DCAing into Bitcoin. I'm gonna DCA a little bit into Hood here. Hopefully ride up a nice little wave. Fatty has a question in YouTube. Do you think it hits 200 by end of year? I know you've been calling for 200. End of year is tough though on something that's sitting at, where are we at now? 70? I think you're muted, Easy.
Yeah, 200 is really hard from 70 because you're looking at almost a 3x. It's not impossible. It's not impossible at all.
Yeah, I think we'll see. I think that we're going to see. Like, I'm feeling pretty bullish, like a bullish Q4. I think we're going to see a lot of interesting efficiencies, earnings, etc. this year with AI. I think that a lot of people are scared right now, but I think that it could bear out in being like a net positive and seeing crazy efficiency across markets and that like play out.
This is the bigger concern. I think the SPX is going to flip that to the downside.
Okay. Where are we at now? What would a downside target be?
You've got this decline on the MACD, which is usually not great. And it looks like this is kind of cooling off. Like, this is a parabolic run. Now, something like this would not be unsurprising.
Yeah. I think everything's lining up. I mean, in my eyes, it's like just chop and bear until fall, and then we go.
You're looking at like a 12% drawdown. Probably close to that, right? Like, you have that line, small gap right here.
What's that? What's that at right now, dollar wise? That line.
This line?
Yeah.
6,000.
6,000. So basically, pulling back 7,000 to 6,000.
Yeah, I mean, you look at if we fill the gap, you're looking at a 14% drawdown, which from January to August, it's not unheard of, right? Like 14% over 8 months. What is that? 14 divided by 8. You're only looking at a drawdown of like 16%, 16, like 2% a month. That's not that unheard of.
No, I'd be looking.
It's just tough. Like, what does FedWatch have us at rate cuts at?
It definitely doesn't have us getting a rate cut in March. I think it's like 2 to 3 for this year. I can bring up Polymarket while you bring up FedWatch.
Yeah. So FedWatch has us 97% chance no cut in March. Damn. It also has us like pretty high for no cut in April. 85% no cut in April. And then it's a coin flip for June.
Yeah, I'm looking at Polymarket right now. They're saying 54% 2 or less cuts, 46% 3 or more cuts for the year. So it's like a coin flip between 2 or 3 for the remainder of the year.
Yeah, because it's looking like we'll have a cut either June or July. And then it's looking like a cut in September. September, October looks like more likely for 2 cuts.
Yeah.
So yeah, the FedWatch is pricing in 2 cuts.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that maybe we have a small pullback. I think crypto could pull back. I think dips are for buying right now. I think that the S&P, you look for a pullback, you might see like if we do get like a sustained pullback, 5%, like I could see scenarios where people go doom and gloom. AI is going to displace everything. And we see like sharp drawdowns that would be just V-shaped recoveries, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I think we're going to see like, I think we're going to see more of this like Claude feature nuking where like they figure out how to get Claude to modernize COBOL code for the government, and IBM nukes and then like recovers. Like I think we're gonna see that a lot. I think there's gonna be a trade there multiple times this year where like there's a Claude code thing that like quote unquote obsoletes a company or obsoletes like a business, a revenue stream for a company, and we see that company take a hit share wise. But I think like every single one of these Claude code progressions like could potentially strengthen other companies, or like these SaaS companies use AI to like increase.
I want to see how a company like how's Canva doing?
Was it Canva or Figma? It was Figma. I don't know how Canva's doing.
I'm checking. I'm pulling it up. I bet you it's fucking ugly. Oh damn, not even public. Is Canva not public?
Didn't they they're pre-IPO? I know they're IPOing. I think this year. I was thinking Figma. They were talking about Figma.
Figma has a nice bounce though because they're pivoting more into AI.
Yeah. Wolfie says, what's Bitcoin do at that time? 50K. Yeah, I'm targeting 50K early October. Bottom.
50?
50.
I mean,
50.
yeah, I got my lines are like 58K
I think we go to that next level of support.
down here.
Yeah.
That's 49.
Yeah, right there.
And that like lines up like right here. Yeah, 49 is like a pretty strong level of support.
That's my thought process. We get down there. That's cycle bottom. And then we grind up. But I would love to be wrong. I would love the coins to go up. And I'm just DCA. Other stories today. I'm just going to run through some quick hitters. These are all in our newsletter, dailybones.com. A whale on Lighter tried to squeeze ARC token longs, failed there. Tether invested into Whop. That's an interesting one. A U.S. Senator probed Binance on a $1.7 billion transfer to Iranian entities. The Ethereum Foundation released their Strawman roadmap, and Perplexity AI released their Perplexity computer product. And last but not least, Metaplex launched their mobile app. I'll have to look more into that. That one's pretty interesting. We work with Metaplex. I'm going to need to dive in a little bit deeper. Maybe we'll hear more about that tomorrow. Those are some of the bigger stories, including everything we covered today on the show. You can get all that information in your inbox every day, dailybones.com to sign up completely free. We also do a weekend roundup where you get all of the actionable news from the week, one day, one place. Nice and easy. Sign up today. Interesting stuff. Tether investing in Whop is like kind of like caught my eye.
I think that's wicked interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's wicked interesting.
What's going on there?
The on-chain rails is like very interesting because Whop pays out so much money. So if you're going to be able to now claim it in USDT, that's really interesting to me.
So what is Whop and how do they operate?
Whop is a community-based platform that allows people to do funded communities. So clipping, education, bot services, Discord communities, Telegram communities, paid groups essentially, or classes. Affiliates have opportunity to make money through it. You can set up clipping campaigns so people can clip your content and then get paid out. It's basically a way to reward people for things on the internet.
Do you make like $10 million using Whop?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. Shout out people like Orangey who had Potion Alpha on there, which is great. Like, there's been a lot of really interesting stuff on Whop.
Also, Whop, if you're listening, hit us up. We would love to talk more about you.
Yeah, I would actually love to have someone from Whop on. I think it'd be extremely interesting to talk about it.
Yeah. I've not been paying attention to this enough. Like I've known it existed, and I've always like it's really grown. Like this was a small like crypto native company way back when, right? That was like just doing gating, and now it seems like they've got a whole like built out platform. So I need to dive more into Whop. This Tether thing really caught my eye as like a wake up to like check this out and see what they're offering there.
Yep.
Interesting. Let's see what else we have today. Oh, I'm gonna hop on OpenSea. I want to do some OpenSea quests live on air. Got a couple quests to do. Last buy I did for normies is down pretty bad. I want to make a couple small buys and a couple and one token trade because we have a few quests. I'm continuing to do these, making sure I'm getting at least like an iron chest every month because I'm somebody who has a lot of historic activity on OpenSea, and I want to make sure that I'm pairing that with recent activity because I know they're taking into account both, and I want to make sure that like I'm not left behind and I've checked every box I needed to for a potential upcoming C token. Don't know when it's launching. They do have an event at the end of March. That's going to be a live event that I'm going to have to check out to figure out like what's going on there. Hopefully we see a sooner rather than later date on that token launch. OX Rich says, pump our normies, Ray. Save us. Yeah, I wish I could. I wish I had the pump ability here with the normies. Buy an NFT, $10 minimum. How much are these aliens at? Because I bought a couple of them. They've went down, but I still think this pumps if we see alien news. So I like this. Let me make sure they're $10. Yeah, $8.80. That's not going to cut it. I'm going to have to find something. If you're listening to the crowd, give me some $10 plus NFTs that I could potentially buy. I'm looking for something super expensive. Oh, you know what? I'm going to grab one of these DX terminals. They have their new DX Terminal Pro. This is something I want to check out, and I think you need to own one of these to access it. So I'm going to buy one of these floor DX terminals. These things are flying. I'm going to just buy this guy here, live on air. We're going to buy it with base Ethereum. I think this is on base, so that makes it even easier. Yeah, I'm going to check out the tokens because I think DX is doing like part 2 of this. If you remember, Easy, we bought way too many of these at Mint and lost. I sold them all. So I looked at it, I was like, damn, I need one of these to like participate in their like token trading. So doing that there. I also want to look at tokens. I don't know if there's anything interesting here. I do own some Botcoin and it's dipped pretty heavily over the last 24 hours. So maybe I grab some more of that on a DCA over here because I've been looking to add it. And if I can complete a quest while doing so, it's going to make a ton of sense. I got to buy at least $50 worth of this to complete that other quest. So we will do 2.04, buy some more Botcoin live on air. This is extremely risky, gamble, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Don't follow me into this. I'm just buying more of a position I already hold. Complete this quest. So a couple quests completed on OpenSea for the day. Earn my rewards. Super easy. And level up my chest. Big shout out to OpenSea. We've been working with them for a while. You've seen a number of different videos across our platforms, and we've been highlighting on the show as we participate also to earn our own airdrops. Big shout out to OpenSea. Thanks as always, and love sharing some OpenSea stuff. Easy. Anything else you want to talk about before we wrap today?
No, nothing for me. Relatively flat day. The Axiom stuff obviously was the hot button topic, but it's just like, how much can we really talk about something that's like, okay, they found alt wallets and traded off of them?
Yeah, it's so underwhelming. Need another investigation.
Yeah.
Zach. We need something better out.
Well, it looks like he's investigating the top poly market traders now on that market to see how the inside information leaked, which is I'm interested in that.
Here we go. It was like a honeypot, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
A multi-legged investigation. See how far up the food chain it goes if the Axiom higher ups were insider trading as well. All right. Well, thank you all for listening. It's been another wonderful day of the Daily Bone Podcast. We do this podcast Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. You can catch us on all major podcasting platforms. You can also catch us on YouTube. You can catch us on Zoro, where we stream each and every day. See what we're talking about live, real time. See our chart.